is good? It's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about the updated market and where it stands in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. Now, before we dive any further into that, guys, if you are new to the channel, man, make sure to smash that subscribe button as we're on the road towards 120,000 subscribers. So here's the deal, okay? With these super packs, guys, the market was already pretty down on Tuesday. Combine that with these next packs, let me tell you guys, the market is down pretty bad. Now, we are at kind of the end game, right? Flawless 10 KD just sold for 300K, by the way. But we are in end game, and so cards are going to continue to get cheaper. Now, obviously, Banchero, when his price settles, will be dirt cheap as well. But what I'm going to be focused on in this video is the fact that Tracy McGrady right now is, what, 70,000 MT? Which is absolutely insanity that you're going to be able to get a Tracy McGrady for 70K, who I believe is still one of the best shooting guards in the entire game. Now, I think it's important to not only talk about the market being down, it's more important to talk about why the market is suffering like it is right now, because it's suffering in a big time way. Now, why is it suffering? Well, here's the deal. When you get a set like this, okay, in the next set, in which Gradey is absolutely fantastic for budget ballers. Thompson is absolutely incredible for budget ballers. Cam Whitmore, I haven't tried him out, looks incredible for budget ballers. Anthony Black for budget ballers is incredible. And this Wemby, when his price settles, will be incredible for budget ballers as well. It'll probably be more expensive. All of these cards are the main reason. These cards are all at like 10K a piece. That's the reason the market is going to suffer, right? And when you go in here to look at Dark Matters, Invincible Kawhi, barely 200,000 MT. KD, 300,000 MT. I mean, all of these Invincibles are really cheap. Even a Hero Jokic, who a week or two ago was 500, 600, 700,000 MT, barely 200,000 MT in my team. You want to build a good budget squad? I mean, even a guy like this, okay? I'll just look up AK-47. I don't even know what AK's price is, but we'll look at him for the sake of this video. A guy like AK-47, who I think is absolutely incredible, absolutely magnificent, is basically 30,000 MT. That's not even me talking about the Yao, me even talking about the Tacos of the world, whose prices are also way, way, way down in general. I just think in general, from my side looking at things, man, the whole market is absolutely crazy. Ron Artest, 20,000 MT. KG, easy a buyout. I mean, way cheaper than a buyout. You're looking at KG for really cheap as well. And it's only going to continue to get worse. So that's kind of the worry that I have is, you know, I guess Yao's price isn't super cheap right now. But my whole worry is the market is only going to get worse. It's really not going to see like a recovery type of process, which kind of does scare me a little bit because I've got basically 2.7 million MT and I'm going to have absolutely nothing to do with it. But as a whole, you look at Big Z, 30,000 MT, who, I mean, the reason he still is even this expensive is because he's one of the top guys that can compete with, you know, the new Wemby that did come out today. All of these cards that are kind of budget ballers, even the Lukas of the world, is now a buyout in my team. Luka Doncic, yes, a card who absolutely runs my team, is a buyout. You want to lock in Manu? It's way cheaper to do it now than it has been in the past. Obviously, that Yao is still expensive. He'll go down in price. I mean, some of these cards are still expensive. But the reason it's expensive is because y'all got to realize packs literally just dropped. So the market is still going to take a while to go down. And once it settles, like Endgame KD, it took a while to settle. But once it settles, man, the market is going to be really in shambles. And again, a lot of it has to do with pack odds, right? If you want to talk about pack odds, look at the best of my team pack odds. You have a 30% chance to pull a Dark Matter. It doesn't get much crazier than that, right? I mean, it's that simple. It's that easy. Here's a Galaxy Opal. And also, right, these packs are so cheap. Okay, that you're not spending 15,000 VC per pack. These are 10,000 VC per pack, which means people are going to be opening lots of packs in general. And I mean, you don't lose that much MT if you rip them with MT. Obviously, a little bit here and there, you know, to be honest with you. But I think the bigger story here is that these guaranteed are the reason packs aren't super expensive, right? I mean, Invincible Wemby, for example. He's really rare to pull out of packs, okay? And when I show you guys are going to know exactly what I'm talking about. I mean, there are not many people pulling Wemby out of packs. But the reason his price isn't going to be super expensive is because a lot of people who have wanted Wemby have already got him, right? They can buy him straight away. So you don't have to worry about, you know, everybody competing on the same type of cards. You don't have to worry about buying packs until you get Wemby, right? That's the big thing that I'm kind of noticing. With the market being kind of the way it is, I mean, these guaranteed packs are going to bring everything down. So, with the market being where it is, in which you can get Tracy McGrady, a top 5 shooting guard in the game, a card that can compete with everybody for 70,000 MT. With the market being where it is right now, what should you do? Where should you look? Well, I mean, for me, the first thing I would do is figure out what you're trying to accomplish with building your squad, right? Are you trying to get T-Mac, or are you fine with running a lot of these new next cards? Because you can really build a squad of, you know, just Anthony Black, Gradey. Like, you can build a squad of basically just next cards and then fill in the pieces from there for like 100,000 MT. So, like, that's the first thing I'd figure out. With this market crash, what should you guys be doing, right? And if you have to plug in a guy like Scotty Barnes, a guy, let's say, like a Mark Eaton, you can absolutely fill in those gaps along the way, because all of these cards, I'm just going to even throw a Ralph Sampson at you guys, are really cheap in my team. And so you can fill in your gaps, right? Let's say you need a center. Oh, well, Ralph Sampson's now 60,000 MT with 37 Hall of Famers. You want another center, man? You can pick up Mark Eaton for really cheap as well. That's my whole thing. Is it is so cheap to build a squad that can compete at the highest level. Now, the most important thing is that you have height, because you're going to be up against Manute. You're going to be up against Yao. You're going to be up against Wemby. But the market is in absolute shambles, especially just for cheap dark matter. So when you talk about Rudy, when you talk about, you know, Anthony Black, when you talk about Gradey, when you talk even, you know, we can talk about Karl Malone, even Thurl Bailey. The budget type of cards are only going to continue to get cheaper just because there's so many different options, right? Somebody might want to run Hidu. Another guy might want to run Ron Artest. There's just so many different options. And so the market, it's all supply and demand. The supply of these cards are getting greater and greater with super packs, with all of these things, all of the factors. And the demand of them is going way up. So again, I would wait. Again, if you guys, let's say by the time you guys see this video, the market is a little bit more expensive, such as like some of these hero cards, I would wait a little bit. Everybody, I feel like on content days, are really excited to get the cards, right? They're always pretty expensive right away. Now, when these do start settling, so when Wemby does start expiring, that's when the market is going to start getting cheaper and cheaper. And maybe later tonight, even on to this, you know, next week early, that's when the market is going to be at an all-time low. As everybody always says, there's no better time than right now to start building your squad. You know, there are so many cheap options. You can pick up Arvydas Sabonis for 8,000 MT, and he can absolutely hold it down at the center position. You need a point guard, man. There are so many different options that you can plug and play and have success with. And that's kind of my recommendation is, you know, build a squad that fits you for cheap. You don't have to spend money on the game. Don't think you got to spend $50 on Wemby to be able to compete. Now, do you have to spend $50 on Wemby to have the best squad in the game? Yeah. But you can, you know, plug in Big Z, plug in some other guys that can compete at a pretty high level in my team. Big market crash is currently happening in my team, and it's only going to get worse. That's going to wrap it up for our video today, guys. Let me know your thoughts on these new packs and the market down below in the comments. Drop a like on the video, subscribe. You are doing it as always, man. I love you guys, and have a blessed day.